Hello, Phoenix Physics students, and welcome to Physics 202. This is Robert Austin. I'll be your facilitator for the next 5 weeks, and I'm creating this video to anticipate some of the questions you might ask or want to ask during your first week. So I want to avoid as much confusion as possible, and I hope you watch this video. So the first thing to look at is the syllabus. And of course, you can look at all the details. But the main thing I want you to realize is there's a little schedule at the end that kind of summarizes everything that you should be aware of. This is true for every week. So each week there's an interactive overview, there's a discussion topic, there's a reading review quiz, and there's an assessment based on a simulation that you play around with. So the thing I want you to be aware of is that the interactive overview, which only takes a few minutes of your time, you'll see that in a minute, is due Thursday. So I'm recording this Monday, May 15th, the day before class begins. So class actually begins May 16th. And so Thursday is May 18th. So by midnight or no later than 11:59 p.m. Phoenix time, you should get this done. Okay. It only takes a few minutes. So you don't have to worry about it. It's just your opinion about how you feel you're doing. Okay. This is a bit more important. The discussion topic. There's a discussion topic, and you're supposed to respond to it by midnight Thursday. Again, that's Thursday the 18th for our first week. And then there's 2 replies that are due by Monday, the following Monday, which would be the 22nd. That's the last day of the week. Our weeks run from Tuesday through Monday. There's a reading review quiz due midnight Monday, and an assessment based on the simulation that you're supposed to work through. And that's due, again, Monday night, Monday, May 22nd by midnight, Phoenix time. So get your time straight, find out what Phoenix time is and what that corresponds to in your time zone. Whoops, don't want to do that. Okay. Of course, you can post any questions you have about the course here. I or your fellow classmates can answer them, hopefully pretty quickly. You can also send me a message. So always check your messages. If you want to send a message, just click on the plus sign and I should come right up. Okay. And send a message to me. And sometimes I send messages to you. So just check that when you log in. All right, back to content. Okay, first week we're studying fluid statics and dynamics. The first thing you might want to do, like Monday, well, not Monday, but Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, anytime during the week, but it's good to get out of the way early. It's not graded, it's optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want. You can say as much or as little as you like. It's just an opportunity for you to introduce yourself to the rest of the class. These are some suggestions. What I think is most important is, why are you taking this course? And why are you at the University of Phoenix? And what do you want to do with your education at the University of Phoenix? What are your career aspirations? That's what I'm most curious to see. And I've already given my brief biography here, so you can look at that. So again, this is optional. You're not graded on it, but it's fun for others to read. And sometimes it's useful for me because I know where you're coming from. I might know what you're dealing with if something comes up during the course. Okay, interactive overview. Well, before we get to that, let's just get to the reading assignment, because a lot of students aren't aware where the reading assignment is. Well, place to go is here, learning activities. And there are the links to 2 chapters for week 1 in the college physics text from OpenStax. It's a pretty nice online physics book, put out by Rice University in Houston, Texas. So here it is. Okay, and sometimes in going through it, I'm trying to see now if there's, there's some funny things going on with the text. If you have trouble reading that, you can go to the OpenStax site. So I'm just going to show you how to get there. So just type in OpenStax. It's already filling itself in. OpenStax College Physics. Okay, so go there. And probably want to view it online. You can download the PDF as well. Okay, I don't care about that. And we're starting out with chapter 11, fluid statics. Okay, so this should look familiar. It's the same thing you saw going through Blackboard. It's set up a little differently. It basically shows you a page at a time and you click next. But it looks to me like it's rendering better, a little easier to read. So you might want to go here, okay, and read it here. All right, anyway, that's where your reading assignment is. Interactive overview. Remember, that's due Thursday. It says so right there. Now, the due date is for Monday, last day of the week. Now, if you look at this, you'll see May 23rd, basically 3 a.m. I'm on Eastern time. That's why it says that. That corresponds to Monday, May 22nd, 11:59 p.m. Phoenix time. So just be aware of that. Know what time zone you're in. Okay, this is real simple. It only takes a minute. So view assessment. If you don't see this button down here, it's probably a problem with your browser. I know Chrome works well with Blackboard. So if you're using something else and you're not seeing some things, use Chrome. Okay, so view the assessment. It just asks you some questions about, tells you what you should be doing in week 1 and how do you feel about how the course is going. And I'm the instructor, so I feel very confident. And any other comments? Okay. But, be serious about this, but be short. Don't spend a lot of time on it. But if you feel concerned about something, you might tell me why you're concerned about it and submit it. Okay. If you submit this by Thursday, you're going to get full credit. Okay. You don't have to worry. And it also sends a confirmation when you're done. Okay. So make sure you submit it. If you don't submit it, I can't grade it. Okay. So that's submitted. Very easy to do, just a few minutes to do that. Then I guess the next thing to worry about, because it is due Thursday and it's worth a significant amount of points, is the discussion. So go here to the discussion. And, it says a few things, ask some questions. So, respond to this with a minimum of 175 words by Thursday, midnight Phoenix time. And then any other time during the week, by Monday, no later than midnight Monday Phoenix time, reply to your classmates. That could include me. And I don't count words there. I mean, if students ask me how many words, I say a guideline, a baseline would be about 75 words is usually sufficient. Just make sure you say something constructive. Don't just say, oh, I like your name or I agree with you. Say why you agree or why you disagree, or add something to what the student said, somehow relate to the student's response, okay, in your reply to that response. So one response, we already have one here. So 175 words or more by Thursday, and then 2 replies to your other classmates' responses. So that's probably going to come after Thursday. Doesn't have to. It's just that, most of the responses are in by Thursday, and then you have a lot to reply to. Okay. You have, hopefully by, to get out of the way, you should be reading the material fairly early. So you have a quiz also, but I guess it takes, trying to think, I worked through the simulation. It probably takes about an hour to work through, very roughly speaking. So this is a link to that. I'm not going to go through it because it does take some time. I'll talk about it in a separate meeting, live meeting. But it's a pretty interesting simulation. Okay, so you get to work through this simulation here, and just go through and do what it says, and make notes of what you're doing. Okay, be aware of what you're doing, because you're going to have a summative assessment. So you're going to have to write a little essay on it. So that's what actually counts as points. So doing the simulation is very important, but you're not graded on it. You just want to complete it so that you have something to write an essay about. So, it says, talks about the lab, and then when you're satisfied about the lab, complete a lab report. So there's a link to the file. It downloads it. Okay, so here we go. So go through this. This tells you what should be in your lab report. Okay, so you're supposed to write a little lab report and then submit that. Here, you can just copy and paste it in here, or you can attach it as a file. I don't care either way. You probably don't really need, if you want to have pictures, you probably have to give me an attachment, but you can just give me text as well. Okay. So just follow the instructions there. You also, okay, so that's the summative assessment. That's a pretty an important assignment. And then you have a, keep losing myself here. There we go, the reading review quiz. Okay, so you have a quiz due also by Monday. So once you've read everything, and if you got, it's probably helpful to have gotten the simulation out of the way as well, but it depends on your schedule if you can, but it's a multiple choice exam, so work through that. It shouldn't take very long to do. And then I believe that is everything you have to do for the week. Okay. Beware, you'll see here, I created a link to a live meeting. That meeting is going to be 5 p.m. this Friday. That's Friday the 19th of May. If you don't know what time that is in your time zone, click on the link, and it tells you that's May 19th at 8 p.m. Well, that's my time, in my time zone. So I better be in the meeting at 8 p.m. That's when it begins for me. And if you click on it, if you're in a different time zone than Eastern time, it'll give you a different time. That tells you when to be there. So it's an optional meeting, but I encourage you to attend, because I'm going to give you some hints on how to complete the assignments, and give you a brief synopsis of the material we're covering this week. And now I'm running out of time for this video, so I'm going to end it here. And again, if you have any questions, please try to attend this meeting. If you can't attend, don't worry too much. I will record it and upload a recording on Saturday. Okay, that's all for now, and I hope to see you on Friday. If not, otherwise I'll see you in class.